how many we've had about this, but like we talked to so many people in the crypto space, and obviously, I met them in person, and they're very interested about this project. So
You
When
met
you
who?
said you met them,
You met
when
who?
you said,
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna ask
who?
that question. Who did you meet in person?
uh, Baron.
Okay, and Lev, maybe you can ask the question there about where and did he go through security for sign that paperwork? Do you want to ask those questions,
Yeah.
Lev? Lev?
Yeah, sure.
No,
Oh,
hold on,
Yeah.
Lev.
You met Barron at Donald
So,
Trump's house. I thought I understood. Is that correct?
no, not at Mar-a-Lago, but in Florida.
Right, not in Mar-a-Lago. I'm saying at Donald Trump Jr.'s residence. I guess that's what Martin
Oh,
said.
yeah. Yes,
Right.
I was there.
Right, and I said, so at that point, you didn't need any clearance. You didn't fill out any special service documentation, correct?
No, I was there with Cameron, so we all just went in together, and obviously, like I'm not an idiot, so like I came in with nothing. Obviously, I just my phone and my clothes. So
so the next question I have for you is, so you met with Barron Trump and discussed the token, and what was his stance on it? What did you discuss in detail, and was he enthusiastic? What was his stance back then?
of course, he was enthusiastic. It's a really cool idea, and it's very special. And obviously, it already launched right a couple days ago. And yeah, like a lot of things have happened with the token ever since. I haven't been as involved lately because I've been so busy with my own personal issues lately. So I'm not too up to date actually. But
Okay. And the next question I have is, um, before talking about the launch and what went wrong and how did Barron step or like why did Barron kind of change his mind by the looks of it? Can you talk about the people that were involved that jumped on a call with Barron? Who else in the crypto ecosystem can you mention? Martin, if that's okay, if I can ask that, that was involved in the token. What type of involvement did they have? We know about the Kraken team, the Kraken Listen team, the Kraken CEO. We know about Ansem. And we know about a few others that Martin mentioned earlier.
yeah, we all met them over call, over or in person actually. I think I met Ansem. He's pretty cool, pretty tall guy. Um, I actually didn't know it was Ansem. Is kind of shocking, but yeah, we I believe met with a lot of crypto hedge funds. Sorry, not hedge funds. Sorry, the biggest crypto firms. A lot of backers. Provided liquidity for this token. Um, we all talked on Instagram or Zoom.
Okay, and then what went wrong? Can you tell me more about the launch? What was Barron's? Did Barron confirm the launch of the token? What was his stance when it first launched? What happened? Can you tell us more about D-Day?
D-Day. We so in D-Day we were informed of another project in the works, and it kind of put everything up up to 11. I'd say like we all had to move faster, because we were having competition, and also there were a lot of other tokens as well. So like I believe there's like another MAGA token or something like that. Um, Either way,
Are you talking about the MAGA token with two A's by Donald Trump Jr.?
I believe so. But
Okay, yep.
there's also been many obviously like Trump tokens. Anybody can make a token, obviously.
What was the competition that you had that kind of put everything on fast forward?
Pardon?
You said something came up. There was another project that came up. They got you guys all moving faster. Got the urgency up.
Yeah, it was actually it wasn't MAGA A. We looked at I was on the MAGA A space. We didn't know exactly what the situation there was, but we were skeptical that that was really Don's token. Maybe he was given some tokens to jump on the space. Maybe he wasn't. He wasn't exactly enthusiastic about MAGA A on that space, if you recall. He didn't say
But
much about it. To be honest.
he's done two spaces on it though, and so he's pretty public about it as well. And he knew that the token was like he was aware of the token. I think he was very
Well,
public about it. But you're saying, but that wasn't that wasn't the reason you guys
we
started
we
moving
thought,
faster.
yeah, we heard that he was going to do a brand new token with a young man. Uh, we know the name of the young man. I'm not going to say it. But we know exactly who he is, and we heard that that was coming imminently. And
Hey, Martin,
the
did Don Jr. know about Barron's coin?
we kept him in his dark as much as we could, but there was a little bit of inside treachery there and stuff like that. Where I won't go through all egos and people involved, but it involves so many people, and I think there was warring, in some ways, maybe warring brothers happening here, and he wanted the token out ASAP. And I don't know, Ziz, my opinion was that
He as in Baron, yeah.
correct, and Ziz can say I have my own opinion, but who was mostly scared of this and who wasn't? You can answer, but I basically felt that we were not in we're not gonna have a problem here. Baron felt otherwise. I don't know if Ziz you agree with that, but that's
Oh
I've
no,
been
I
trying.
checked it out. That project was a joke, to be honest.
Sorry, say
Yeah,
that
we
The
again.
guy,
Sorry,
the
say that
there,
again.
there was another project in the works. It looked like a joke, to be honest, to me. I did a little bit of research, and the people who were making it, they had no idea what they were doing. No
But
idea whatsoever.
why did that concern you guys, and what can you tell us about that project?
It was
Personally,
personal.
it didn't concern me personally at all. I don't know if I can speak to others,
It,
but
it,
for me, it was
it
nothing at
was
all.
it was catastrophic to Baron. He really, really didn't like the young man behind it. He obviously his brother is his brother, but he really didn't like this guy, and he absolutely was furious about it. He did not want this thing to come out at all. He wanted it to be completely crushed. Use his words. I told him to not worry about it, that these things aren't easy to make. They're not easy to become successful. Any idiot can do it, but the exact execution has to be done correctly. And he kept worrying about it, and I just told him, look, man,
Hey,
nobody's done
Martin,
the legwork.
is that the reason you guys went to meet at Don Junior's house, and which you couldn't
No,
go because?
not at all. As I mentioned, I didn't go, but a
No, I
bunch
know
of the
you didn't
young.
go, but the rest of the guys went. And yeah,
Yeah. So I think it was just a party, to be honest. And in fact, you want vivid, detailed stories. There was as I mentioned, a swimming accident that was very funny. Wasn't funny, I'm sure, at the exact second it happened, but there's so many stories about this. I have photos from the trip. There's other little funny stories about a Chinese flag that was brought along the way that was meant as a humorous joke. That got a couple people mad. There's like, look, you just don't make this stuff up. And Ziz here, he's a young guy, similar to their age. They all went out together, partied together, had fun. I hope they weren't drinking, but they all wanted to get together, and they all went to Florida, and I'm happy they had some fun.
Sir, Marta, just quickly, sorry if I missed it, but who was the person behind the other coin that triggered Baron?
It was Don Jr. and a young fellow similar to the age, so it's kind of the same
Okay.
parallel, which is kind of funny.
Okay. And let me go back to uh, Ziz. You changed your name by the looks of it, but Ziz, the okay. So everyone was start. The urgency was there. Baron was triggered because his brother was launching a coin with someone else. Someone else is young, and that triggered Baron. So he wanted to move faster with his meme coin. So you guys launched it till the day. Can you tell me more about the launch itself? Um, who launched it? Who holds the private keys? Was Baron in on the launch? Was he aware of it? Did he approve it? And what happened next?
So like none of us have the private keys. When I say us, I say me and Martin here. Like I said, this is a real legitimate project, so we were very concerned about losing the keys and whatnot. I believe the people at Gemini, the brothers that made Gemini, they have like the private keys and like storage banks all over the world or whatever. Who actually made the token? It was you know
Yes.
yeah, they
Oh,
made the
sorry.
token.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. So I thought you were about to tell me, So
Oh,
Baron.
oh.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I was just waiting for the name. So you're saying Baron created the token and he holds the private keys, correct?
Yep, it's
Okay. And then what happened next?
we launched.
Okay. I can guess that. And then what happened after? So where did things go wrong? Like obviously Baron is not here. Baron hasn't posted about this. The tweet by his friend Bo was deleted. Can you tell us more about Bo's involvement and why was that tweet deleted? Um, and then what happened with Baron then?
So from my understanding, there were some issues, or not even an issue, like a concern about a lawyer or something like that. They were very adamant that, the stuff be deleted, I think. And I think that's what spooked them. Regarding the launch, I mean, Token's still there, right? So I don't know. really think.
Yeah, so just going back to they were concerned something. What were they concerned about exactly, the lawyers?
Uh, like I'm not sure exactly. I don't want to say something that I don't know exactly, but I believe they're having like they were very adamant on something, and that's what spooked them, like the lawyers.
Okay, but you don't know the specific reason, correct?
No, 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 I don't.
Okay, and then lastly, like so we got to the point where Donald Trump and then Bo posted the tweet, then deleted the tweet, I guess, when that happened because he was on a space earlier as well, and he confirmed being part of the project. So what happens? The lawyers said, "Hey guys, we have to pull the plug on this," and they pulled the plug. Is Bo? So the most important question is what happens next? Obviously, the private keys are with Barron. Is there any possibility? Has there been any communication since that plug was pulled by Barron on what would happen next?
So like I said, I've been very busy with some private stuff, so I have not have had a conversation lately with any of them at all, like, or even with Martin at all. Actually, I just came here to speak my mind. Um, Regarding the future, I mean, it's his project. He can say whatever, like, do whatever he wants with it, right? It's already
Can I ask
made.
you a question? Can I ask you a question real quick, Ziz? How many
Yeah.
times would you say you work out of our New York office, correct?
Yep.
How many times would you say you saw me speak with Barron?
We all spoke with him, so over,
Well, better
say,
yet, let me ask you. Let me ask you.
over a dozen times over, I'd say.
What about?
Okay, and
Did Barron ever tell you that he spoke to his father, or did you ever hear them speak? Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
I believe, if I recall correctly, I think some
You don't.
Solana wallet was sorry, some Phantom wallet was showed to his dad, and he kind of thought it was like kind of a joke. That's all I remember. But
you don't have to answer any question you don't want to answer. You don't have to answer, by the way.
Hey Ziz,
okay.
were you around the day they launched the token?
Yeah, someone's jumping in with a question.
Yeah.
I think he dropped out.
Can
You
can
can
you hear
just
me?
forward that question to Mario or something. And
Oh, you're back. Sorry, just I cut out for a bit for me. What were you saying?
Okay, Ziz, were you around when they launched the token? Like, were you on a
yeah,
phone call? All right, cool. And when did that happen?
when it officially launched, I think it was a couple days ago, to my knowledge.
Okay, perfect. And who deployed the contract?
Uh, Deployed the contract. I mean, like, made the address.
Yeah.
Baron.
Okay, perfect. Then why was the contract deployed on April 21st, 2024? Why was the pool created? If you look on deck screen.
I mean, it's kind of a stupid question. I think I answered
No,
that
I mean
before.
the blockchain doesn't lie though. That's my whole point.
No shit. It's all on
You
chain.
know,
Like I said
everything's on
before. I
chain.
said
And
before.
Martin, is
Excuse me.
that a question that maybe you can
Excuse me.
answer?
Excuse me, please. I said before that this project was in the works for 3 months ago. Sorry, and you can't obviously like the liquidity pool for this is huge, huge, huge. You can't do this overnight. This is a lot of planning, right? You know, we had a lot of planning for this. So, like, I don't know. Do you expect like a token like this to be made overnight? Like, what are you, stupid?
You don't have to be nasty. These people are nice
Yeah,
people.
hey Z, yeah Z, I'm not getting nasty with you. I just came up to ask a question
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that is being also asked in groups because the token was deployed several days before, or I'm sorry, way before it was actually announced. So this thing was. My whole thing is you told us it was deployed and everything was just taken care of a couple of days ago, but this contract has been around for a long time and it's actually, from my understanding,
The
it's been live, just not traded for a long time.
Yeah, so you would need a pool to trade this. It's a Solana token, right? So the pool was made a couple days ago.
And I would just add some stuff there. So, real color I shouldn't be adding, but fuck it. After our Shoggoth AI token was announced on Solana, as Ziz said, it was showed, apparently, I didn't know this, to the president, and you said he thought it was a joke, which I don't know. I want to hear more about that because I'd never heard that before. But regardless, that, as I mentioned, was the catalyst to get all this started. Barron got excited about that. Cool, this is great, etc. Before that, we were all just boys and laughing and making jokes, not worried about doing business together. And after that, he said, maybe we should do a Trump token. I said, cool. I made it And then Barron, I wouldn't say he went dark, but he went quiet. Not quiet. He didn't want to work on the token extensively. He was very kind of half-hearted. And I explained that in my world, we don't do half-hearted. We do balls to the wall. We work 12 hours a day. This is why we earn it. This is why we're rich. This is why we're successful. And it's really aggressive. And I started to think that basically, okay, maybe this is a kid that is a trust fund kid, that's a silver spoon kid, and he's got, he wants easy street. I don't do easy street. I will never work like that. I hate that. But if he wants to work hard and do all that, that'd be great. And so like a month went by where he just kind of didn't want to do anything. Now, the kid was also graduating high school. So I kind of, wouldn't give him some breathing room. But I made it clear. I actually put some pressure on him. I said, listen, if you want to do this, let's do this. But if you don't want to do it, leave me alone. Just tell me. I don't care. And he said, no, Martin, I'm ready to work. Trust me, I'm going to work the hardest I've ever worked. And I said, that's what I like to hear. Let's go. And then we figured out the LP stuff. We got it done. The big fire under the butt was, again, potential competition from another family member. As I mentioned, a friend, someone I consider, I guess, a friend, wanted to do this with the campaign and then kind of jumped ship to our ship. And that helped a bit too. But basically, that's kind of where the timelines make sense.
Martin,
Is there anything?
all I'm saying, Martin, today's what, June 19th. When was this contract deployed?
I think it was about 2 months ago.
Okay, so my whole thing is, how can we believe what Z's saying if he told us it was just deployed 2 days ago? That's all I have to say.
I don't think that's what he said.
He clearly said he was there and it was deployed 2 days ago.
Can I speak? Sorry. When you say deployed, what do you mean by exactly what you mean? So like, you can create a token. Anybody can create a token, right?
Okay.
But you have to provide the liquidity for that token to trade. So
Sure.
I say we launched 2 days ago. Just to make that not 2 days ago. Sorry, a couple days ago. Launched and deployed a little bit different, I'd say.
But no, if you look at
this is one of these gotcha questions, which is a little ridiculous.
It's not though. It's not though.
No,
if you look at the trading
we've been
activity,
adamant.
This token has been live longer than 2 days.
That's right. But we have been adamant that about this timeline, all of the DMs match up. We have full
absolutely.
access.
Martin, I believe what you're saying. I believe what you're saying. I just don't believe what Z's up here saying right now, because he could have, he's telling us it was deployed 2 days ago, but it clearly wasn't deployed. Liquidity
I would mention that English is.
I mean, it wasn't deployed 2 days ago.
Hold on.
It's just
I would mention a couple things here.
Let Martin respond. Yeah, go ahead, Martin.
Let me say a few quick things. First of all, English is not your first language. Is that right, Ziz?
It is actually, but no. But there's a difference between launch and creating a token and deploying it, right? Sorry.
Well,
excuse me.
Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me, I misspoke there. Sorry. There's a difference between deploying and creating the token and launching it, I'd say. Launching is when you have all the socials ready and the pool's ready to go, and we're doing all this talking about it. I think that's the launch. It launched a couple days ago.
But you're not from America. English is you learned English growing up, but it's not your first language.
Okay. Whatever.
Let me go to.
I told you he was a bonehead sometimes.
Steven, go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks, Mario. This has been a very amusing space, by the way. A lot of fun to listen to. But the bottom line, as I see it, is this: a lot of what's been going on here tonight has been a deliberate obfuscation of the truth. This coin was launched on the statement that Trump is launching an official token with Barron at the helm. Trump is launching an official token with Barron at the helm. And let's be honest, that's why everybody initially aped. And that is simply not true. So to involve the president's son to act in a predatory manner and involve teenagers. Yes,
I didn't make any money, you retard.
It's absolutely predatory for you to involve teenagers in a haphazardly launched project.
Okay, so first of all, I was asked to do this, and I warned against it.
Yeah,
Second
and you
of
shouldn't
all-
have gone through
But
with it.
Second of all,
Stephen, not to defend Martin, but what I'm understanding is that Barron's father, Donald, was aware of what was going on, gave him lawyers, advised him, and basically, knowing Donald, micromanaged behind the scenes. So, in all fairness to Martin, and again, if his father was involved in allowing him to do it and hiding it, that's the question you should be asking, Stephen. What was Donald Trump's involvement in all of this? Not why Martin did business with Barron.
Lev, I've got a lot of respect for you, but you and Martin full well know that Donald Trump isn't a crypto scholar, and he's newly enthusiastic to this. So to leverage and launch this project in the wake of Donald Trump's new enthusiasm for crypto, so much so that he's made it a front and center part of his platform, and then launched something this ridiculous with these kinds of liabilities involved, and you launched it on a lie. You launched it.
Why not?
Stephen, with all due respect, and I appreciate that, and I just want to respond, but this is exactly what I've been telling all of you all along. This is Donald Trump. This is how he acts, recklessly, endangering, and not thinking about what it is. And this is who you're talking about running the country. So yes, is it wrong? Absolutely, and he should not have been involved. But it's not Martin's fault.
You're all wrong. You're all wrong.
May I speak? May I speak, please?
Go ahead, sis.
Yeah. So politics aside, we're all young. We're all young, and we all want to do something special, right? So we like predatory is a very weird word to use here. Like either way, like this could have been done with or without Martin. And in terms of selfish, like personally myself, I don't even have any DJT. Like I don't have any tokens. I couldn't buy any because I don't have any money to buy it right now personally. Like predatory, it's just a bit confusing here. And you seem to have some certain opinions about the president or whatnot. You, Stephen, and Lev. Either way, like I think that's irrelevant personally. Like personally, you say these things, but you never met the guy. All you know about him is what you read in the news. So I don't know why you're.
Who are you talking about?
Lev,
I never
Lev,
met.
Lev may have met him.
But
You guys are also remembering that Steven is the marketing director for a token called Trump, which, is another Trump token. So he might have some
That
bias
sounds like a
on
shit
this,
coin.
just to say that.
Sounds like a complete shit coin.
Well,
Yeah, shitcoin.
take a-
Yeah, shitcoin that's trading the top. We are the inventors of Polyfi, and currently
Yeah,
trading more than
shit
twice your
coin.
market cap.
Sorry,
So,
bro.
and also,
you can promote
Martin,
your coin,
also Martin,
but it's
I'm
a
not here
piece
to
of
promote my
shit.
coin. You know that's not true. And also, I'm not here to talk
Yes,
about
I know
my
it's a
coin.
piece of
But since-
shit.
but
It
since-
is.
but
Go
since-
fuck
but
you
since-
and your token.
Okay,
I'll send it
Martin.
to zero. I'll
No,
send
you-
it to zero. How
No,
about
you
that?
won't. You're not
I will
sending
send it to
anything.
zero.
Okay. So, I don't know if anybody can. I don't know if anybody can hear me. But
I was talking to myself. I was talking to myself. I wanted to move away from the back and forth
it's
on
fine.
the coins.
It's fine.
It's-
Look,
it's-
when we
go ahead.
let me just say this. When we partnered
Nobody
with-
cares about your token, brother. You're
I'm not
biased.
Guys,
You're
guys,
biased.
Okay, are you
I
just going to
think-
keep talking over me?
his
Mario,
position is
I'm
clear,
I'm
but let him.
talking over
Yeah,
you
Martin,
'cause I'm a
let him.
boss.
Martin, please.
You're not
okay.
a boss.
Guys,
but we-
guys.
I am a
definitely
boss.
heard-
but
I'm your
I wanna-
boss.
Guys,
I'll send you
please.
tokens to
Martin,
zero.
Dude,
Martin,
you are-
do me a favor.
Whatever, Martin.
See, I'll let you finish your point. I'll let you finish your point, and then I want to mention something to Ziz right after when you're done, Stephen.
I only bring this up because now it's suddenly topical, but when the project I work for partnered with Roger Stone, for example, nothing was announced until everything was completely vetted, clear contracts and agreements were stated and signed.
Is Stone still sentient? Is he still sentient human? Last time I saw him, he is waffling on that.
Okay, well, this is all joking. The problem, you can joke around all you want, but this project was launched based on the lie that Trump is launching an official token. And that's the bottom line.
Ziz says that you're wrong.
So Ziz, I wanted to ask you a question. So essentially, what you're saying is that the Trump brothers
Ziz,
were
will you go on
compete.
record as saying that?
Ziz,
Pardon?
do you want to ask him the question again,
Ziz,
Stephen?
Ziz, are you prepared to go on record that this project was launched by Donald Trump, President Donald Trump?
It's locked by Barron Trump. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, there you go.
With President Trump's knowledge that it'd be called Trump coin
Thank
with his
you.
dad's
Again,
photo.
Okay,
this is
so
a
on-
deliberate
so Ziz, on
obfuscation of
the-
truth. It's bullshit.
So Ziz, maybe on that question. So do you know whether Donald Trump had any knowledge of the coin?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they spoke about it.
Okay, and how do you, if you don't mind me asking, just kind of getting specifics because that obviously gets important. How do you know Donald Trump knew about the coin?
I'm pretty certain, to my knowledge, that they were discussing it.
Did Barron
Obviously, I
tell you
wasn't
this?
there, you know.
Well,
Uh,
just to remind you, you started telling us a story about some wallet or something, right, Martin? Something about wallet that he
Yeah,
that was
showed
another ghost,
Donald,
I believe.
some phantom wallet he showed Donald Trump, and he was laughing at the story. Can you tell us more about that?
More about it. You want to
No,
I
repeat it
mean,
or
if you
something?
that
Or?
one, the question, Martin, that question is more for you because I think Martin was saying the story, no?
No, I just
I'll
want to
ask
know the
you.
story. I want to know the
Yeah,
story
is
too because
this?
I.
Yeah, so this level. I let you ask your question to this. But did Barron tell you that his father knew of the coin?
Yeah, I think we all talked about it. Like for instance, I recall like we were talking and they said like, oh, I showed my dad my fan wall. And he was like kind of laughing about it. He was like, this isn't real money. Obviously, the guy's a billionaire, so like any little bit of money probably doesn't means nothing to him, right? So I believe
So
so. Yeah.
can you tell that story? Okay, so can you say that story again? Sorry. So he showed what to his dad?
Phantom wallet, I think.
Okay, that's the story I think Lev was referring to. So essentially, is that after the coin was launched?
This wasn't DGT. This is something else. This is way before.
Okay, okay. So he had other coins in that wallet. So he showed it to his father. Did he inform his father about DJT?
Pretty sure. I mean, I wasn't there, so I'm not gonna lie here. So like, I wasn't there, but pretty sure. Yeah.
What makes you pretty sure? If I'm getting a bit specific on this particular one. What makes you pretty sure, or say that you're pretty sure?
I believe you mentioned it.
I'm
For
sorry.
instance,
So I'm sorry. So the endorsement from President Trump
Oh,
boils
shut
down
up,
to
you
some
nerd.
some
We
phantom
have
wallet
the
that
okay.
was shown to him, and he
DMs.
thought it was a joke.
You're such an
That
asshole. We have the
that's
DMs.
what this
We
is
have the
based on.
DMs,
This
and we
is
have
ridiculous.
50. We have 50
Ridiculous
people.
obfuscation from the. Who
Asshole.
cares?
Asshole.
Who
We have
cares?
50 people. No, no. Listen. We have 50 people who met with Barron.
So
50 people.
you're
No, I
again
think
you're
now Stephen,
obfuscating the truth.
Stephen's referring to the father's involvement. So
well,
there
What do
is
you
well,
an
think these people? What do you think these people wanted to know? That Barron Trump was behind it? No, they wanted to know, will Donald support it? And he answered
Which he
that
doesn't.
question to 50 people. As of now, no, but he okayed the token, and I have all the receipts, and 50 people heard that and was there, and Ziz was there, Ryan was there, earlier Austin, who Ziz works with, was there. If you want to call us all liars, you can, but
Wait.
there's a
So
lot of
you have
us.
receipts of Donald Trump
Listen,
approving this? You
listen,
said.
listen. Wait.
No, I
Why
have
don't we just get like
receipts.
well?
I have receipts of Barron saying Trump approved it.
so those are messages, correct, Martin?
Correct. I even have receipts of him saying his dad would promote it. People change their mind, and we were
Are
clear with
these?
him.
whoa! Now, see,
Sorry,
Martin,
just one more.
thank you, Martin.
So,
Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. This is new, brand new. You just said. So you
It's
said
really
you're.
not.
See, no, well, listen, and again, I'm not trying to, but this is important, Martin,
You're a
because
Trump hater, aren't you?
no, it's not about no, but I'm being very,
Yes,
but
yes, one of the biggest
I
Trump haters.
listen,
His opinion is
take it
actually
easy,
completely invalid in
take
this
it easy.
space.
It's not about hating Trump. I've had a relationship with Trump, and this what you're talking about right now comes to the matter of who Donald Trump is, and what I'm
it really
saying to you
doesn't.
is the fact that Donald Trump was willing to promote this and deal with this.
Yeah, but that's it. But Lev, you're going by the fact that I know what you're trying to say. Obviously, if you wanted to promote it, and that's not a good look for Donald Trump. But Martin, you just said that so you've got messages with Barron that his father okayed this, and then you took it a step further by saying wanted to promote this or
Yeah,
agreed to promote this
we kept
before going to. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
we kept going back and forth as to what he would do or wouldn't do, and we made it clear, Lev, that we could not promise the investors anything. One of those reasons, and it was a line I gave over and over again. I even see one of the guys in the audience who was invited to meet with Barron and myself, but we couldn't schedule it perfectly. The hold on one second. Um, with respect to the what he would do, I said we cannot control Donald Trump. Nobody can, and people laughed about that. And I said, listen, I think that if the token does well, he's going to become proud of it, adopt it, and promote it. If the token does poorly, he's going to pretend it never happened.
And the investors nodded their head. Barron acknowledged that and agreed. He mentioned that he wanted to do it on Truth Social, airdrop on Truth Social, work with Truth Social to get this token out. And look, man, the evidence is sky high. At this point, we're talking about minutia that isn't important. What I came here to do, Mario, is to clear my name that I didn't make this all up. And from the accusations here and the insinuations, it's pretty clear that, what knowledge at what exact time did person A have or person B. Listen, I'm here because some people called me a liar and said that I don't know any of these people. And I think at this point it's abundantly clear that's false.
Can I ask you a quick question, Martin? So just on the back of,
I believe you now.
Bro, buddy,
Martin,
buddy. Sorry, one thing, Mario, Lev. I've never met you, but your bio says post cult of Trump, and you're frequent on CNN. So I don't know how valid your opinion is here. To be quite honest,
you should
I think Shane,
you should do some due diligence who I am.
Guys, just moving quickly. Moving
I
away
don't
from
even know
Lev.
if you know how to install a Phantom wallet, buddy.
So Martin, just quickly on the Trump knowing about the coin. You said Barron told you that his father knew about the coin.
Bruh, why would we do this without his dad knowing about the coin? He's a kid, but he's not stupid. He knows that he has to ask his dad if he's going to use his fucking image and likeness. And I told you the story, I was explicit. And again, it's been, how many hours? I feel like a broken record sometimes. But he showed him the photo that he created with the AI generator, and a friend of his touched it up on Photoshop. And he said, what do you think? Here it is. And he said, Barrett, I'm going to sue you for that if you use that. And it was a joke. He's not going to sue his own son. He does truly love him, in my opinion. And, obviously this is a stressful situation for all of this, but this isn't about, in my opinion, I know, and I respect what Steven's saying. I understand that it is important because the media outlet said this is the official Trump coin. But also, as you know, Bo said that. Colby Covington, the fighter, close friend of the Trumps, he retweeted it. ALX retweeted it. Andrew Tate said that he got a heads up from Barron to buy the token early, which he missed because he was asleep. We got a lot of pushback from that from Zach XBT because it was, it was unfair when everyone in crypto does it, and it's not illegal or anything. But that is the point. And I brought in 3 people, 2 who work for me, 1 who doesn't. All 3 have said the same story consistently, that they either met Donald Trump's son, Barron, or they were aware of it, or they know someone who did. And I really, at this point, I think I've proven beyond a reasonable doubt that this all happened. Now, every technicality, every question, every detail, I'm honestly not that interested in defending because I don't care that much. What I care about is somebody calling me a liar. That's inexcusable. These personal matters between friends, nobody's comfortable talking about this stuff. Do you know how uncomfortable it is for Ziz? He's sitting there shaking. He doesn't want to get the wrath of these folks. I don't want the wrath of these folks. But we also can't allow somebody to slander and say, you made this up, Skrelly. You're going back to jail. It's like, no, I have to fight back when I hear that.
So Martin, the question I had earlier in my Twitter crashed for a bit. By the way, Ziz, I've sent you my number just to be able to verify your involvement in all this, etc. It seems pretty legitimate based on the discussion, but just to kind of ask you a few questions privately. But Martin, just a question I was asking earlier about the father's involvement. So you said Barron told you about his father knowing about Donald Trump knowing. Did he tell you that via messages or via call?
All of the above. We spoke every day for 10 hours a day for the last week, and many times the same way other days. Ziz corroborates this as well. Austin corroborated it. The father's involvement is a tricky thing because if I were Mr. Trump, and first of all, as you know, his face and name go everywhere for licensing deals. Your son wants to do something, and you say, okay, that sounds cool, go ahead and do it. But if things go left, he could easily say, I never said that. No, I don't have involvement. I didn't ask for a contract. This isn't my project. It's not my financial benefit. So for me, I just trusted the guy. I mean, I didn't care. He told me his dad was in on it. He told me his dad liked it. I said, great, man. Cool. That's all I need to know. I don't need to talk to him.
And he told you that, sorry, Martin, he told you that via message, you said. So you've got the screenshots. Was that through the Instagram account that was.
That's
that
right.
knows, okay, the one
The
that was.
Instagram account I gave you my password to, that I'm concerned you're going to see some photos of me that you don't want to see, and also the, reality that he also said that to some of my colleagues, where he said just spoke with Dad XYZ. I
But
don't
that was
remember
through.
exactly.
The tricky thing is that was through his Instagram account. That was through alleged Instagram account that was suspended. Correct?
Ziz, was that
Or that
his real
was.
Instagram account? Go ahead and tell the people if that was real.
Yep. But
So
also, can I
so
mention
Okay,
one
but
thing? Can I
Mario,
mention one thing?
Yeah, go
We
ahead,
can get
Ziz.
Ansem here as well. Like, he was there with us on the call. So
Who was on the call? Sorry, say that again.
Ansem.
Yeah,
Is he
you gotta
here?
convince him. No, he's not here. Unless he's just joined. But he's not on stage.
that's a massive update. But Mario, the thing I'm a little bit confused about is I think we're getting away from the meta point here. I don't think it matters whether Donald Trump is involved in the token or not. I think it's pretty much been confirmed that Barron Trump is associated at least with this token. Barron's last name is Trump. I think this gives, if we're talking about a Trump token here, it gives it the validity over every other token in the market right now. I don't think it matters whether Donald Trump is going to promote it or he even made it. I mean, Barron's last name is Trump. This is the Trump token for now. There's no other Trump
well,
token.
the
Where's
issue
Barron?
is no
What does the
the
DJT stand for in the token? What does the DJ mean?
no, it
Yeah,
means
it's
Trump. It
Don.
means Trump. But the issue is it was executed so poorly, and I think that's the real question I have is if this is all the case, right? Like if and everything you're saying, Martin, it adds up. Everything
Hey,
that
we
you've
hit
been saying.
400. We hit 400 million within a couple hours. So
Yeah. No, of
you're
course.
dissing me on the execution. Let me finish real quick. Ziz, what was the original name of the token before we decided on the final name? Do you remember?
Like Trump 47, I think.
Yes, it was Trump Coin 47, and we called it TC47. And Barron changed the name to Trump Coin. I asked for the ticker, by the way. I said we could do Trump, etc. He said no, DJT. I didn't pick the ticker. I didn't pick the name. I didn't create the photo. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to my understanding of whether it's quote unquote official, honestly, I don't give a shit. All I want to prove is that I didn't fucking lie about this.
And a very good point that you made, Martin, is that nobody gets to use Donald Trump's name, picture, or initials without his permission. So if Barron told you DJT, I would assume that his father told him to use DJT.
Yeah,
You
I'd
can
probably
assume
assume.
that.
I'd
No, but
probably.
his father did that. But his father did that though. Lev, Barron would still be promoting the coin. I think his father wouldn't have. But what you're saying that Donald would have allowed him to do this, knowing all the details, without the lawyers giving the advice
I'm saying
before the launch of the token?
I'm saying, Mario, that Donald Trump was much more aware and involved in this project than meets the eye. And the question is, what was the
I'd say
purpose?
Lev. I'd say you'd like him to be more involved, but I don't know. I just find it.
I
Well,
think the
I
call for
because he'd like
unanimous.
No,
because
no, but I don't.
he'd like to go on
I
CNN
don't, guys, Shane,
tomorrow and say talk about
I
the
don't. I
involvement.
don't. Lev is someone I like on stage. So I don't want to. I didn't mean what I said as a jab, Lev. I just think it's. I just don't. I just find it hard to believe, and as objectively as possible,
No,
Lev.
but
It's
Mario,
hard to believe that.
and with all the respect, I understand because you're wearing two hats, and you understand from a crypto side, from just like and I understand that from all the crypto people, you want Donald Trump to be involved, you want this to be promoted, you want this to be because you want crypto, and I'm not
No,
for or against
I
crypto.
don't think. No, I'm saying I don't think he was directly involved. Like I don't think he was as aware as you're making it out to
Well,
be,
no, I
because
understand
he
because,
wouldn't have okayed it without the legal advice that the lawyers are the ones that pulled the
well,
plug
that's
on
what
this.
you're assuming, but that's what you're
Mm.
assuming. But Donald Trump did the same exact thing when it came to Ukraine, and Donald Trump dealt with the same exact type of people and didn't
All
listen to
right, bro.
legal advice.
All right.
And that's what I'm trying to say to you.
This isn't fucking foreign policy, bro.
No,
This
but
is a crypto. This is a
but
crypto
now,
Guys,
but
coin,
you're
bro.
talking,
Come on.
but you're talking about
We're
I
not
get your point.
talking about
I get
Ukraine.
your point, Lev. So you say
we're talking about
you're alleging
hundreds of
that he's
millions
just
of dollars here.
a lot more of a risk taker. Let me just go to a couple more hands, and I think we can kind of wrap it up. Ziz and Martin. Ziz, I think you've added a lot of context as well. Save America. You've got your hand up, and then we'll go to Brian.
Yeah, hey, thanks for letting me back up, man. Yeah, no. Only really requested coming back up because there was just some things that were just blatantly false. Like originally, Martin's saying that there was a bunch of copycats when this whole thing was a copycat in the first place. I mean, ours
You
is actually
nitpicker.
giving
Nobody
Trump
cares
beef.
about your token.
No.
Nobody
Hey,
at
dude, listen,
all
you keep
gives a
getting loud
crap
and
about your
defensive.
dumb
You
token
keep
that
getting,
nobody is
because
involved
I
in.
went to your
Ziz,
spaces. I went to your
yeah,
spaces
dude, whatever.
and
You're
listened
nobody.
to you be
Ziz,
full of
Ziz, you
shit.
gotta go.
You
Mario,
wouldn't
can
do
we
a
just
single
say,
fucking thing.
can we
You
say
you ain't
goodbye to
talk to this
Ziz?
fucking guy.
He's got it.
Yeah, let's go to. I know it's getting it title. So I think what America's saying is that the ticker, you guys, because I can see your ticker is DJT. You had the ticker before the coin. I think a lot of.
It's a bit.
I understand.
It's a bit more than that. I can make it a very clear statement. I can make it a very
Very
clear
clear
statement.
before Martin jumps in again,
It's not
please.
necessarily just. Yeah, right. No, it's the fact that everything, like, he can say he wasn't lying about certain things, which he probably was talking to Barron Trump at this point. I don't doubt that there was some communication about that, but the immediate spaces that he was having where he was purposefully misleading the communities, he didn't have other speakers on his spaces. He was straight up saying this was an official Trump coin.
Shut up.
Yeah, but you're over here trying to talk about actually being for and about Trump and supporting something when you're full of shit. We have you recorded in this space saying you launched it for the purpose of making money,
Hell
but then an
yeah.
hour later
That's
you're
what I
saying you
do. I
didn't
love
make
making
anything.
money,
You
motherfucker.
said
I
you didn't
love
make
it.
anything, though. You
I
little
love making
beta little
money.
bitch.
Let's go.
Ziz,
It's getting
Listen, you
so
don't
let
have
me,
real
Brian.
arguments.
Let me go to
He doesn't have
your
real
token,
let me
your
go,
arguments.
Brian.
token's going to zero too.
He
I'm
says
sending,
too
I'm
much.
sending your
Martin.
token
But we
to
actually
zero.
do
I'm
something
hacking
and
your
Guys,
token.
represent something.
okay,
I'm
Okay.
taking
okay.
all of
Brian,
Yeah,
Crestline, I'll let you jump in, and then we'll go to Ziz Martin for the final words. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah,
that's why
No,
you're in
guys,
debt, groomer.
yeah,
Ziz,
go ahead,
hack
Brian.
his token, Ziz. Hack his token, get it.
Brian, go ahead. Brian,
yeah.
Groomer.
What
go ahead.
Two
token? What's
quick
his
questions.
token?
Brian.
Nobody's heard of
All
it.
right,
I
guys,
know.
Ziz, Martin, please, guys. Brian,
So
go ahead.
number one.
May I speak real quick?
Ziz,
Oh.
2
Did you
seconds.
ever?
Yeah,
Did you
I'm
ever?
gonna give you the final words. Ziz, right after Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
Did you ever hear Barron or talk to Barron and hear that he's mentioned Melania Trump and what she thought of it?
Sorry, you asking me?
What was that, Ziz?
Are you asking me or
Yes,
someone
you.
else?
Either, yeah.
I don't know about Melania. I don't think, not to my knowledge. I don't know.
And then,
She wasn't I do. She wasn't a fan.
Oh.
yeah, that's kind of what
But
I'd figure. Go ahead.
okay. So I don't know what else more I can add. I just came here to say the truth in my piece. Hopefully I've been a add to this conversation. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous because so many people here. But thank you guys so much. I'll be heading out now.
Hey, can I ask Martin a real quick
Yeah,
question?
yeah. So Ziz, we're gonna stay. If you want to stay up for another couple of minutes, we're gonna probably wrap up in 5 minutes time. Up to you. But yeah, Brian, I'll give you a couple of questions, Mod as well, and then we'll wrap it up with Martin and Ziz kind of giving final words. So Ziz, I'd like final words at the end if you want to stay. But yeah, go ahead, Brian, and then we'll go to Mod.
Did I understand it correctly that you didn't get any of the coin and you didn't buy any of the coin?
Martin, that's for you.
I will commit to I didn't get any of the coin. I bought a small amount of the coin.
Mod, did you have a question? I'm not sure if Brian is done.
Yeah, no.
Actually, let me ask Martin another tough question. Can you say when you bought the coin,
Just
Martin?
a quick question: Have you
Kim.
have you sold any of the coins since you bought them?
I'm not going to answer that. Thanks, Kim.
So that's a yes.
No, you're a jerk,
That's a
and I
yes.
don't like talking to you. But I bought such a small amount of tokens that it's immaterial.
So, but that's not a yes or no, though,
listen,
Rose. You can't
you
filibuster
came
on
here
Twitch
and you
space.
said,
you're not the government. I don't have to answer you.
okay, but you came here
My
and you
personal
said you want to
finances are
defend your name.
my own, and I got no tokens from this, but I did buy a small amount of tokens to show support.
Yeah. You said when you came here initially, you want to defend your name and your character.
Yeah.
I think you've achieved the absolute opposite.
That's fine. Cool.
This
Fuck
is
you too, dude.
terrible for you.
I don't care. A lot of people believe me now that didn't believe me before. I don't care if you believe me. I hope you die.
Oh Jesus! All right, guys,
Jump off
take
a
it easy with the
bridge.
person. Guys,
That's a little wild, bro.
So we're about to wrap up. Let's not escalate at the last bit. Mod, go ahead. Last question, comments.
Yeah, just a quick question. About an hour ago, someone tweeted from the DJT token Twitter account and said, "Patriots, don't ever let the enemies tell you what's what." Do you know who tweeted that?
It was not me.
Who would you guess it was, Martin? I think you said
no.
Barron had control of the account. You said that earlier.
No, Cameron had control of the account.
No, sorry, not Barron. Cameron. Sorry, my bad. Not Barron. Cameron had the control of the account. My bad.
I'm not going to guess who did something if I don't know.
Yeah. But that's Mod. He said earlier that Cameron had access to the account, so you can obviously make your own assumption. Do you have any other questions, Mod?
Nope, that was it.
Cool. I think Martin was expected to be. Me and you were talking behind the scenes. You almost didn't jump on the space. I'm like, look, man, if you don't want to jump on, I probably won't do it either, and we'll just get, we'll kind of cover it for an hour, with David and Crypto Pulse. Obviously, you decided last minute to jump on. I jumped on, and the sun is up here. I don't know what time it is where you're at, and ended up being what, a 6-7 hour space. So yeah, man, first I appreciate you staying here for 6-7 hours. Whether people love you, hate you, whether they believe you or not believe you, I'd want to give you the mic for final words before we wrap the space.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's been made abundantly clear, including so many people have changed their minds. So many people have sent me apologies and thank yous. I really appreciate that. If I haven't convinced you, then I think you should re-listen to this if you're that interested. Or, like I said, pay special attention to Ryan Fang's personal testimony that he saw, Austin, my coworker, Ziz, my coworker, so many other people, Andrew Tate's DMs, the messages I sent Mario, the DMs, the Instagram account that I gave Mario, the Instagram account which I revealed, which is previously real, but I showed was directly related. Ryan's testimony that not only did he see it firsthand, but his close friend and associate did as well. The richness of these stories, the detail, they cannot be made up. And also, I'd even ask you to encourage you to think about my personal fondness. I mean, I not faking, how much I do admire and just love these guys, and I care for them. This has been a painful process for me. I don't betray confidences easily, but if somebody challenges my character and my truthfulness, which has already sometimes been challenged, I have to defend myself vigorously, and unfortunately that's led to me betraying some confidences. I'm proud that I haven't had to share any screenshots publicly. That would be the final nuclear option. And I know that would upset my friends there, and I'm not going to do that unless it absolutely is necessary. But I think I've made my case beyond the shadow of a doubt that it's clear that as to what happened here, the finest details, you can disagree about and so forth, but at the end of the day, the broad strokes I don't think anybody in their right mind is disagreeing about. So I'm very proud and happy of that. I think from my perspective, the mission's accomplished. Do I wish the token goes up a lot? Sure, of course I do. But at the end of the day, the main point for me has been sort of clearing my name of any misconduct of making all of this up. Now, again, did I act intelligently in every piece of this? No. Do I think a lot of the stuff Kim said or Brian said or even Steven or Lev said is right? Yeah, sure. Some of that makes sense. I don't disagree with all of it, but some of that makes sense. And, if I had to do this all over again, I'd probably do it a little differently. But at the end of the day, I just encourage you to keep in mind that we're talking about a meme token. We're not talking about a stock or a bond. This isn't that serious. Most meme tokens are talking about Dogecoin and Dog with Hat and stuff like that. There are probably meme coins made about this exact space right now. It really isn't that serious. I think the president is the only pro-crypto president. I hope he'll see that and adopt and admire what's been created here. It's worth a lot of money. Trump's done a lot for a lot less, so this is a very valuable thing, and I'm so happy to have been able to make some of this stuff clear. Thank you.
Not at all. And for anyone that doesn't know, this is obviously just a news-based space, not a sponsored space. And thanks for that. I don't hold any other token. Never held it. Only found out about it not long ago. And thanks for David, Pulse, and Uniswap for co-hosting the space. All right, everyone, get some rest. Martin, stay out of trouble.